Hello, colleagues. It's great to connect with you all. This whole month is Safe Water Month, and it's no coincidence that it aligns with World Water Day on March 22nd. So that makes this conversation about water and its connection to health, well, it's not just timely, it's absolutely crucial. Let's dive right in.
So, to get us started, I want you to take a look at this. Have you ever really truly thought about where all the water in your home is going? It's pretty eye-opening. We might think about the tap running when we brush our teeth, but the real heavy hitters, showers and toilets, together, they account for a whopping 65% of our daily water use. That's kind of shocking, right? It really shows that maybe we need to refocus our conservation efforts. And look, this isn't just about our individual homes. This whole issue is scaling up, and it's happening on a national level. We're seeing groundwater levels drop at an alarming rate, and we're all seeing the news about cities like Bangalore facing these intense water shortages. This isn't some far-off problem anymore. It's right on our doorstep, and it's directly impacting families and, of course, the health of our kids. So when you're facing a challenge this huge, the question is, where do you even begin? Well, the most powerful solutions often start small, right at home. And I want to share a really inspiring story from a fellow physician, Dr. Divya Sharma. She came up with 4 simple mantras for saving water, and they are making a massive difference. Now check this out. This is what's so incredible. We're talking about saving around 600 liters of water per day for a family of 4. And here's the kicker. She did it with, quote, zero impact on their lifestyle. This proves it's not about making huge sacrifices. It's just about being smarter, more mindful. It shows us that conservation can be both incredibly powerful and totally practical. So let's break down her first mantra. A quick 5-minute shower, which most of us take, uses about 65 liters of water. But what if you switch to a traditional bucket bath? The water use drops to just 20 liters. That's a saving of 45 liters per person every single day. For her family of 4, well, you do the math. That's 180 liters saved just from changing how they bathe. It's a perfect example of how one tiny choice can create this huge ripple effect. Okay, so changing our habits is one thing, and it's a big thing. But what if technology could do some of the heavy lifting for us? That brings us to our second mantra, which is all about using the power of smart fixtures. Now, you've probably heard of these, but what exactly is a faucet aerator? It's actually a brilliantly simple piece of tech. It's just this little attachment you screw on to the end of your tap. And what it does is it mixes air into the water stream. So you get less water coming out, but it feels like the same pressure. You're using way less water, but you honestly barely notice the difference. And the savings, they're just dramatic. A standard classic faucet can pour out around 10 liters every minute. But just by installing something like an aerator or an automatic faucet, we can cut that water consumption by up to 80%. That is a massive reduction for a simple one-time installation. Let's go back to Dr. Sharma's house. Just by putting these simple aerators on her taps, the water she used for washing utensils throughout the day, it plummeted from 450 liters down to just 90. That's a saving of 360 liters from one little affordable upgrade. It's just amazing what a little bit of tech can do. So technology is a fantastic partner in this, but it works best when we pair it with our own mindful habits. And this leads us to the third mantra, making those small, conscious adjustments in our daily lives that really, really add up. And here are 4 habits that are so incredibly easy to adopt. First, that RO reject water. Don't just let it go down the drain. It is perfect for mopping your floors or watering your plants. Second, pretty simple one. Just wait for a full load before you run the washing machine. Third, maybe we don't need the daily car wash. A quick dusting and an occasional wipe down works just as well. And finally, use the small button on your dual flush toilet. Each one seems tiny, but believe me, together they make a huge dent. All right, the fourth and final mantra. This one is about something we almost never think about, leaks. Did you know that on average, a staggering 14% of the water in a typical home is just lost to hidden leaks? We're paying for this water, but we're not even using it. A simple plumbing audit once a year can catch these silent water thieves and save a huge amount of water and money. So we've gone through 4 really powerful, really doable mantras, from changing habits to fixing leaks. And all of this brings us to the real heart of the matter and to our final most important point, an appeal for why we as pediatricians have to be the ones to take the lead. When you get right down to it, our job is to be guardians of child health. And what could possibly be more fundamental to a child's health than having access to safe, clean water?
So many of the issues we deal with, malnutrition, infections, poor hygiene, they all stem from water scarcity. Protecting our water is a direct extension of protecting our patients. It's that simple.
And so, I want to end with this direct appeal from our chairperson, Dr. Satish V. Agrawal. He asks each of us to not just practice water conservation, but to become advocates for it. As doctors, people in our communities trust us. They listen to us. Let's use that trust to lead by example. Because as he says so perfectly, water is life. We have to save it.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. After seeing how simple and how incredibly impactful these changes can be, what is the one commitment you'll make, starting today, to help protect this precious resource for the children we serve and for all the generations to come? Thank you.